I wanted to share 4 little mini journals that I'm going to be selling in my Etsy shop. So today's video is just going to be a little show and tell of all the little features that are included in the books. I'm going to try and keep it short, but there's a lot to sort of get through, so let's get started. So these colourful journals all measure 4 by 6 inches and they have about a 3-inch spine, so a really nice wide spine so you can really fill them up. They have lots of pages in them already, but because they're a bit soft and squishy, you can definitely add a whole lot more to these. For these journals, I did a little bit of experimenting. I wanted to do something really bright and colourful, which is why I picked these colours. And I also tried out some different ideas, which I'll get to. But the base of these journals is made with fabric and cardstock, and then there's also some felt in the spine, just to give it that little bit more sturdiness and strength where I was going to bind the pages in. All of these journals have 8 signatures each, and again they have a whole lot of pages inside. The covers are painted and embossed and stitched. I've stitched some trims onto the spines, and then I've also used some little decals on the spines as well. Painted these little shapes, like little blocks of colour, so that all the books sort of complement each other and they all have the same bright colours. So the back of the books look like this. For 2 of the books, the blue and the yellow, I also did a little window at the back, and I thought this would be a nice little place to slip your name or maybe the dates that you started and completed the journals. So I only did that on 2 of the books. The red and the green just have a regular back. For the focal images of these journals, I put these little cottages, which I actually painted. And so what I did was I painted each picture and then I scanned them in and I scaled them down a little bit, did a few little adjustments to each one, and then it slips inside the cover. So these illustrations are actually removable, and basically how it works is the inside covers have these bits of vintage wallpaper stitched, and they're just stitched down the sides like these little panels, which means that you can actually tuck something inside like a pocket, and so that allows you to switch out the image for the front, and it also allows you to tuck in something at the back, so you can have the wallpaper peeking through the window if you want to, or you can switch it out entirely, or you can keep the little cottage image peeking through. So this is a copy of the original illustration. Again, I've just scaled it down to fit, and that's the same for all of these books. However, I've also decided to include the original illustration. So this is the original painting, and it's just on a paper clip, so you can move it around or do whatever you like with it. And I've just put a little piece of acetate over the top so that it's protected. So originally I was planning on slipping the original illustration inside the window or having it peek through, but I decided to just scale it down a little bit, which is why you get both the original and a copy. So some other fun features of the covers of these journals is the closure itself. So for the closures of these, I decided to use these little vintage plastic belt buckles. So this just allows you to keep the book closed, and as it folds up, it will keep it closed no matter how thick the book gets. So you just hold on to the buckle and you pull the little strap at the back. So you have the long strap stitched at the back cover, and then you have the short strap with the buckle stitched at the front. So that's a really fun little closure which is attached to the book, but it doesn't get in the way of any journaling that you want to do. Another fun thing that I tried on these journals was creating some little shrinky dink charms. I used to do shrinky dinks a lot as a child, so this was a really fun nostalgic project. But basically you just draw your little charm or your little picture. You have to draw it quite large and colour it in, and then you can shrink it down in the oven, and it just creates these little like plastic charms. So I did some of those for each book, and then I also used some glossy accents over the top of some of the charms. So I'll go ahead and show you the shrinky dinks for each cover. So for the red one, this yellow bow is a shrinky dink, and then these little strawberries I did a cute little caterpillar, a little book or a journal, and then this little teddy bear which has a little yellow bow around his neck. It's kind of hard to see. And then of course for the charms I just did some fun bright coloured beads, like wooden beads and some glass beads and some little strands with these bright red beads. So all the strands on these journals have something on them. So the Shrinky Dinks for the yellow book are this little cottage. Then I did this sort of little flower design, this little blue bow, and this little strawberry, and another cute little bear. And you can see where it's shiny, that's where I've added the glossy accents. For the green book, there's a little leaf. I did this little flower. I did a little spoon and a fork. There's a little teddy with a blue bow. And then this little cottage. And then of course all the beads. And then for the blue one, I did another leaf. I did this big teddy with a red bow. I did this little teacup and this little floral design. All of these journals have different coloured binding thread, and they all have different coloured thread for the charms. I just did a matching thread for the charms that matches the binding for that particular book, and you can see while they're side by side they all have a bird and a rose decal, just in slightly different places depending on the design, and then a super cute trim. So they're all very similar to each other, but they also have their own uniqueness. So now let's talk a little bit about the inside pages. The inside pages for these journals are all very similar to each other, and if you are someone who likes different paper sizes, different paper textures, and like an eclectic mix, if you're someone who likes colours, you'll like these journals and you'll like the pages that are inside. So the pages for these journals are very eclectic. They're mostly made up of vintage paper, so lots of vintage note paper, writing paper. There's some book pages, some coloured cardstock, and very little scrapbook paper. So there's some envelopes, and then there's also things that are tucked inside the pockets. So again, if you're someone who really enjoys those different paper textures, and you like playing around with the different sized papers, and you like to have sort of a bit of a surprise, something a little bit different on each page, then you really enjoy the mix that's in these books. I've slipped inside the pockets lots of different pieces, like game pieces and just random little bits that I had that I thought would go well with this bright sort of theme. And they all have one of these little stickers that matches. So this is kind of purple, but I'm calling it blue for the blue book. And for the green book, this one has the same label in green, and then all the same mixture of papers. So I'm not really going to flick through every single page because there's so many, but just a really random mix. And you can definitely collage and stick things inside these books, and again they have all of this room to really become quite bulky, but they also have that squishiness, so you can just write in it if you want to, or you can glue lots of stuff inside. So the yellow one has the same label, and then I'm just trying to give you like a skim over of all the pages. And if you're doing a small scale book, or really any book, and you're binding it yourself, a really fun idea which I enjoyed doing in these was folding the flaps of the envelope backwards and then binding them in, folded in half. So basically what that does is it gives you a pocket, it gives you two pockets for where the normal space is inside the envelope, and then on the back side it gives you this tuck spot pocket. It's Sometimes I forget those really simple ideas are sometimes the best. So I did that throughout this collection as well. There's lots of really fun little vintage envelopes and things in here. I've included things like game pieces, postcard, little note papers, little dictionary meanings, and just fun little ephemera pieces that you can move around the book. You can write on, you can glue in. So that's the yellow one. And then the red one, same thing. So I'm just gonna, again, skim through pretty quickly. Lots of really fun, bright colours. Just lots and lots of really nice paper to play with. These books also lay quite flat, so even though it's got a lot of pages in it, it's got room where you can lay it flat. So this is about the middle of the book, and you can see that everything lays quite nicely throughout the entire book. So if you go to write in here or stick things in here, it's actually really usable and it's not too bulky to write in. So these journals are going to be available in my Etsy store, and I'll have all of the information for the restock in the description box, so make sure you check it out if you are interested in purchasing one. I will probably schedule the restock for within the next 24 hours after I post this video, or they could be available straight away, so make sure you check out the description box and follow the link through to my Etsy shop if you would like to purchase one. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. I'm always happy to help, and I would love to know which journal in this collection is your favorite, if you have one. I really enjoyed playing around with these bright, playful colors. I think that they feel really happy and sort of childish and playful. And I think that would be a really fun journal to fill up with your memories. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel today, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.